We followed the Trading T down after their 5-0 loss in the winner's bracket, and now they are being forced to fight the Rugged Men 2 in Canyon Ambush. I'm Fourth Oracle, joined by Urz. How are you enjoying the tournament so far? These have been some really good games we've seen.
Well, I mean, we've had a lot of 5-0s so far. That Romans match was pretty good, though. Uh, Interesting here, the Sky Badgers, actually, the blue team, the Rugged Men, most of them are veterans of this game. Sky Badgers formed, actually, about 2 years ago, so they've been around for a while, but with varying levels of activity and competitive play. So it's cool to see them kind of coming back together, getting a competitive crew together, and we'll see how they do.
Yeah, let's check out the Trading T ships one more time, flying under the red banner. We have the March Hare, a goldfish, being piloted by Mr. Wildcard. Carronade on the front with flamethrower port side, Gatling on the starboard, interestingly enough. They're also bringing the Armor Frigategeddon, Mobula being piloted by Mean Machine. Mortar up top with Gatlings on the lower decks, Flare on the port wing, Artemis on the starboard.
And on the blue team, the Rugged Men 2, presumably the sequel to the Rugged Men, we have the Manners Maketh Man, piloted by Captain Ashes. It is a watch-a-fish with the left side flamethrower and the right side flamethrower. Their ally, the Iscariot.
Iscariot, yes.
Iscariot.
Like Judas. Judas Iscariot.
Sure. Piloted by Grimfeathers, it is a Gat Mortar Pyramidion with left side flamethrower, left side flare gun.
Judas Iscariot was the person who betrayed Jesus.
I don't know if I've ever heard his last name.
That was his last name.
I mean, prior to you just telling it to me. Now
Alright, look at this wraparound. Oh no, they don't see each other. That
is possibly the most Canyon Ambush thing that has ever happened. Just both teams being sneaky, coming in at weird angles, and just barely passing each other.
No. Rugged Men did not take a weird angle. They went in through the regular angle.
Well, okay. Trading T, then.
Trading T came around here, and oh my god. I hope that they watch this recording. I really do. March Hare and Armor Frigategeddon just going to turn around and go back into the canyons. And they've effectively swapped spawns. Look how far away they made it, though.
Yeah, the Pyramidion's going to have to be very careful. We do have another Brawl Mobula in the Armor Frigategeddon.
Yeah.
Brawl Mobula's very strong against Pyramidions. Very strong on this map, where often engagements begin when you're not expecting, and with that, the double Gat Mortar, they can end within seconds without you even realizing what happened.
Well, the double Gatling Mortar Mobula was built as an answer to the Gat Mortar Pyrrha. It's the Mobula, actually, even though it doesn't feel like it because the engineers are more spread out and everything's more spread out. Oh, here we go. They have similar hull and armor values. March Hare going in farther forward, taking the brunt of the initial fire. But here comes the Armor Frigategeddon. Iscariot gonna have to... Oh no, they thought they were going behind some cover, but not even close. They bump, and they go down. And now the Manners Maketh Man is all alone. Mare Hare popping their balloon, sending them down to the ground, and it is awful to bottom out in Canyon Ambush. It's going to be close. Can the Armor Frigategeddon block them off? They can't. And the Manners may be able to scoot away.
I was going to say it might have been a mistake for him to go for the escape from underneath Red Team rather than backing out, but it looks like he will actually make it. With the Armor Frigategeddon, bringing that Brawl Mobula, they don't have the long-range weapons to really pursue. They do have one Artemis, but it is currently down, so... Well.
Oh, wow. Mortars,
mortars.
long-range mortars. Only one lands, I think. There we go. Armor drops again, but the mortar's reloading.
Here comes Iscariot.
Iscariot coming in from the side, may be able to ram the Arma, but I don't think it's necessary. Manners is nice and behind cover. Iscariot can zone them out while the Manners tries to repair themselves. They're already repaired, though, and they're ready to go in, but not really in position. And the Iscariot is going to take a lot of damage. Armor drops, hull drops. And there they go. 2-0 in favor of the trading T, and now Flamethrower out on the Manners. Iscariot's going to have to spawn in again very quickly.
You can't play that
Not even
matchup
close.
like this. You can't.
No.
There are a lot of ships you can just, where typically you would just charge them with the Gap Mortar Pyramidion, especially pre 1.4 patch when the Pyramidion had more health, but you definitely cannot charge the Brawl Mobula. The Brawl Mobula has more guns than you. You will just die. They're all pointed forward. The only way you can win an engagement against a Brawl Mobula in a Brawl Pyramidion is to come in from a different angle. Force them to turn, force them to dodge. Like, just having a straight-up gunfight, you will lose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the whole point of the build. It was built as an answer to the Metamidian because they have similar defensive values, but one does more damage than the other. March Hare being forced back a little bit, almost losing their armor, but they're going to keep it for now. Iscariot throwing off Flamethrower, but the March Hare is nicely chemmed. The only two things that are on fire are the side guns, and now one of them is even out. I'm afraid Geddon, in the meantime, after that ineffectual assault, is going to put down a lot of damage on the Iscariot, and it drops again. Manners maketh man. Has a decent angle on the March Hare, but it can't capitalize on it. Can't capitalize on anything right now. It's all alone, and the Armor freaking Geddon is turning hard. However, it's burning, and it's burning bad.
Manners wasn't able to initiate that fight with the Watcher because the blue team, they had no spot. So even though the Gap Mortar could move forward, could engage, like, you really do not... the Gatling works well when you don't have spots because you can kind of spray it around, get a kind of a sonar echolocation of where the enemy target is, but you don't want to blast a Watcher volley kind of blindly because you waste it. It has that 14-second reload. So, yeah, blue team not having spots for that engagement really hurt them and kind of left the Iscariot out on their own.
It really did. The Armor freaking Geddon is low, trying to deal with the damage those fires did. It just now got all of its engines back up.
Oh,
the March Hare bumps.
Yeah, they're isolated for a little bit here. Blue team, they have a few moments. They could potentially make something happen on the Armor freaking Geddon, but they need to do it very quickly.
Yeah, they get Flamethrower going out, but the Gatling Mortar is getting into arc, and the Iscariot is forced to back up behind cover, leaving the Manners maketh man all alone. They bump and get knocked down. Both the Armor freaking Geddon and Manners are dropping hard. They're going to bottom out. They get their balloons back up just in time, but the Manners is in a great position. Armor freaking Geddon, they get their balloon back up and immediately burn it for Hydro. But the Manners loses their balloon again to the Hellhound of the March Hare. And I can tell you who's going to win this fight. In the meantime, Iscariot, did they Hydro up trying to get out of that? Oh, no. That's going to leave the Manners all alone. And the Armor freaking Geddon, once it gets its guns back up, is going to be in a great position. I don't think the Manners can get out of here.
That's a common trick you see in Mobulas. They burn that. They have just a little bit of balloon, enough to Hydro for like 1 second, and actually they force the enemy combatant to Hydro too. And since their balloon burns out, they fall back down. But the Pyramidion keeps hydroing upwards, and they were just completely out of that fight because of it.
Yeah, a little bit of a bait and switch there. I think that they could have just waited there, but no. Pretty bad misplay. They pushed the wrong button at the wrong time, and that's 5-0. In favor of Trading T. Rugged Men 2, their rust is showing.